Hello and welcome to the video. This is my speedrun of Pikmin 2 and I'm doing a little bit of a post commentary of it because trying to do live commentary and speedrun the game at the same time, especially while you're ahead, is quite stressful and I'm frankly not good enough at it yet, so this is what we have for now. Start off with just the beginning cutscene here, and I'll say this took me a little while to do, to finally get a time I was satisfied with. Always was aiming for the sub 2-hour mark, and finally being able to get that was quite satisfying. Alright, this first one is the Alien Extinction, and that saves a lot of time in the beginning of the run, and that'll make things a little interesting. I believe when I started doing runs after I got my 219, I believe I went from 219 to 216 to 212 to 209 to 204 to 202 to 201, and that is when I achieved, after that I achieved my personal best. Also messed up my throws there a little bit, but that, it could have been better. There's a strat here that I normally do. Sorry, I don't normally do. I guess actually we do it on the third day. Which is like what some of the top runners go for, is this cutscene skip you can do. It's very precise, and I thought about doing it. I thought about incorporating it into my runs. I elected not to, just because it's so tight and it would cause me to reset so much more. In fact, when I did do my learning process for this game, it wasn't that steep of a learning curve as it might be to some other people, because I've played this game for like so long now. It was a game I grew up playing, and I kind of walked away from it for a while until I got a little bit older, and I started really getting into this game, and it's incredible. It's super cool. But I would do like sort of these challenges, and I would, try to challenge myself to see how much I could really do. I always wanted to beat the game in 7 days to beat the game, full game, all treasures, which, yeah, so I had to learn some of the strats for that, like knapsacking into certain ledges to get up certain places so that you could just be faster, because you need to, getting the overload stuff done is the hardest part about any of that. Anyway, I kind of messed up my beginning here. I threw one too many Pikmin on those 5 pellets, and that's not too good. I also screwed up there as well. Not good. Luckily, I had a little backup strat here, and I was able to throw all my 10 guys there. It's just going to be a little slower getting these 1 pellets. But I gotta go break the eggs because they are essential. The thing I'll say is that in doing these runs, it's one of the most annoying things is when you are just like trying to run anywhere and you're just behind Louis, you're behind the other captain, and he's just in your way. It slows you down. It is the most aggravating thing in this game when you run into the other captain. Just like in a tight space. It doesn't happen very often, but in a tight space it can happen, and it really screws you up. I mean, we get a lot of the guys nectared here, which is good. We miss a couple, which is totally fine, because we're not going to have them all nectared anyway going into the cave, because of the bulb here that we bring back and turn into more guys. Somehow we get all 38 of our guys here. Throw some Pikmin beforehand so they start hitting the wall. Try to get all our guys, get Louis back because we need him to activate a cutscene that is going to be optimal to activate up here. Not wake up the big dude because that would be bad, and then we'll run back to the onion. And use that cutscene. But yeah, because I've played this game a lot, because I'd play this game like every year, every couple of years, casually, just because I enjoy it so much. I enjoy the mechanics of it and the gameplay, and it's all super cool, I thought. And so it wasn't that steep of a learning curve to learn the run and get a time I was satisfied with compared to other runs I've done in the past. Oddly enough, I think the run I did of Refunked probably took me, I mean, far more many tries than any other run, but also just, it took me a while to get the time I was satisfied with there, because that was, I don't know why, it took me forever to do that one. Very much a game I was pretty new to, but overall fun nonetheless. Anyway, this first floor went pretty well, I would say. It's kind of bad luck if the orange spawns further away. Sometimes it can spawn closer to the ship, and that's ideal, but it did not do that this time, because orange will go slower than the bottle cap. Also, I'm not going to say the correct name of the treasures each time, because most of them I don't know the name of. I just never learned the name of all the treasures. But some of them I will say the name of, so I'll try not to make it too confusing. As a citrus lump is what it would be. Alright, so we got the final floor of Merchant's Cave here. We got the sphere up here. We do a pretty good job kiting our guys to get on the globe. It's unideal if you have like some leaf Pikmin with you, because then you have to readjust and you don't want to have to wait for them. So getting all the leaf Pikmin on there is quite nice. And we just take a bunch of flowers with us. We actually took a lot more flowers as well, so we can have some Pikmin to murder these little snowy dwarf boars. Because, oh my goodness, they are just in the way. They don't always spawn, like, right in the optimal path, but for some reason they just totally did right here. Also, I lose a guy right here. It's unfortunate, but it's just one little red. We can afford it. So, I also decided to collect this body, and I think it works out because I missed one of the bodies up here, taking it back. Normally I like to collect both of these guys to bring them both back, but I don't think I ended up doing that. Yeah, because that guy latches on to the sphere, which is okay. You know, get two bodies there, and it's fine. It really does like make every run different though, just with how the caves are laid out and everything's just random. Like there's some bug bodies that you get and some that you don't, and it's not always the same for each scenario, because a lot of the time you'd rather want to just save like 10 seconds of time versus carrying back a body that weighs that's worth like 2 poke-ups, you know? So either way, we got the spherical atlas, which means we can finally leave the emergence cave and leave the Valley Repose until we come back to it later. And oh boy, I'm not excited for when we come back, because the Valley Repose is probably the hardest area in the game. I would say, oh, definitely the hardest area of the game, in my opinion. Yeah, with the caves, with Subterranean Complex, and Funky Cavern, anyway, we got that done, and we're good. A little bad habit I've had to fix, which I do far too often, is when this little save box comes up there and I accidentally press yes instead of no. That's happened before, and it leaves a couple of seconds every time that happens, but I don't think I did it too much in this run. So, gosh, I'm just talking way too fast. Gotta slow down and think. Alright. Spawn in the Awakening Wood. Get our purples out and get our reds out. And we get to work on this wall. I'll say, in terms of like practicing the movement in overworld areas, because overworld will be the same all the time. Caves will change here and there. Overworld will always be the same. This would not be like an area where I would make like a practice file and practice it. This was pretty easy to just figure out how to do. The only times I practice the overworld segments were for after White Flower Garden, and after Snaggart Hall, and after day 6, where you get the Courage Reactor, which is right before the Subterranean Complex. that segment there would probably be the most difficult out of all the segments. Doing the early boost is very difficult, and it took me a while to get pretty consistent at that. I did get pretty consistent at it, so that's a plus. But man, getting better at the Valley Repose was very difficult. But for now, we're just waiting until this wall comes down, because this wall has like 8,000 HP or something. It's far too much health than it needs to. I actually do a really good job with the nectar here, and I got almost all I got is nectar. And I screw up this guy because I always do, so unfortunately we're not going to have all of our purples going into Holy Beasts, which is not the problem. The problem is more not having all your purples for the paper bag after Holo Beasts, when you have to lower the paper bag, because having exactly 20 purples is ideal, but because the one guy was dying, we cannot wrap him. I mean, we save him, but he just goes back to the ship. We got really good RNG with the D-pad thing here, spawning in, I think it's probably the best possible spot it can spawn. So that was lucky. Try and carry some of these bodies back as well. Stone of Glory. Right here I was looking around to see if there would be some nectar eggs around, which there is a nectar egg over there. I saw it too late though, and I wasn't able to throw my purple on it quite in time, so I will just end up going to get it regardless. Let's see if I can nectar all my guys. I think it's more ideal to nectar your guys here than it is on sub-level 4, because on sub-level 4 it's just a bit more messy there. And especially doing it here, it makes sub-level 3 go a little bit faster as well. Speaking of sub-level 3, I screwed it up pretty badly here. It doesn't seem like I screwed it up at first. I actually get a pretty good spawn, but I miss a lot of those reds right there, and that really costs me because it takes 25 to fully carry this. And we're not going to have the full 20 for the monolith treasure. And then I was trying to throw them, but I would just like C-stick them. I go back for my reds because I realized how stupid this was, and we got to move him, but it was slow. Surprisingly, the rest of this cave went really well, other than this floor, and somehow I was able to roll with it, I guess. Despite, I think I lost like at least 10 seconds here because of this treasure. Because of, well, that's not the treasure's fault. It's more my fault for leaving red Pikmin just sitting by the ship. I must have just like, they must have been just barely out of whistle range, because that was very strange why they wouldn't come over. We got our first floor coming up where we gotta wait a little bit in this beginning cutscene, which I did not do because I'm stupid, but luckily I was able to find the area pretty quickly. I was a little paranoid of that purple there attacking the geyser, but it's fine, he didn't light on fire. I actually ended up with a pretty good split here. If I was a little bit smarter about it, I would have gone and got the Matites, which are just in the cave, what is it, little alcove right over to the right. Could have gotten some more body points, but that's okay. This is normally the floor where I will nectar up my guys with Matites, because it's pretty rare for a nectar to spawn in that second room of sublevel 2 of this cave. So, but luckily one did spawn there, so we were able to skip over that for now. And we're going in, so the final floor with 4:20 on the clock for the split time. It's pretty good. I think that's the fastest time I've had on this cave. So. I actually don't remember why I had such a bad Hole of Beasts split in my PV, because I saved like a solid 45 seconds here. Or I had the potential to save 45 seconds. I only saved about like 30 seconds, I think, because of this ending part here. But I'm now ahead, and I think, unless I'm mistaken, I stay ahead for the rest of the run, and that's very exciting. So let's keep it going. So this is what I was talking about earlier. This situation, we only have 19 purples when we want 20, so I do another thing here where I just throw a bunch of reds up here to begin with. And then I throw more purples. And it makes up for the one purple that we didn't have. And we still have him, he's just in the ship. He's just chilling in the ship. But we don't have him for the run over here, because it takes a little bit of time to get him out of the ship, and I didn't want to waste that time. So enter the hole we go. Kind of an unlucky spot for the treasure to spawn here. Somehow every time it spawns in the opposite alcove, I always lose a guy on the way, which is unfortunate, but I ended up making it work. So, as you can see with the segment time here, I have like about 15 seconds of, I guess it's 17 seconds of time save. I have here 17 and a half seconds, which is pretty decent. Somehow I also managed to get a best segment here, which is good. And this was annoying. I mean, there was no avoiding this, but I had to watch the fire cutscene there, because that guy was just in a really bad spot. Maybe I could have gone the other way and avoided it, but I didn't know. I didn't know. Now, this next floor, my flower garden, sub-level 3, is one of my least favorite floors. I always just kind of don't do it optimally enough. And ironically, during this run, I happen to have just one of the best floors I've ever had for this. I played it super well. Because the problem is you have to get the scotch tape, right? And the scotch tape is buried underground, and you have the whites who will see it underground, but you have to pull them out of the ground first. So we go ahead and get our whites first, and then we go find the treasure. But our whites are still leaves. Also, I don't know why. You can see, like, in the bottom corner there, the little white just ran off backwards. I don't know why he did that. I never seen that before. But I have to go, like, retrieve them now. But yeah, you have to go, like, grab our whites, sort of flour them, and get this guy down. Run through the nectar. And then whistle off as many purples as I can. We got really lucky with where all the purples ended up on the tape. They don't always end up in that spot. So we were able to layer on all of our whites, and it just worked out really well. It's a very nice play that I had there. I was very happy with. It's hard for me to skip over the mushroom on this level because it was right there. I could have gotten it, but it's just not worth it to get. It's not worth enough. And you have to sit through the cutscene anyway, so we're only going to get the chapstick. And we're going to move on. I almost didn't, though. I almost got the mushroom out of instinct, but I didn't. And now we got the Snaggart fight. For some reason, I'm really bad at Snaggart fights. I guess the Browning Snaggarts are not that bad, but the Pileated Snaggart is just the worst, and I have so much trouble with it. But this one was not that bad. And I couldn't get the Pikmin to grab onto the head here, which is very annoying. But it ended up being okay because they got back at the same time, so it was optimal. You know, like getting tights to spawn there, but didn't really help us at all because they wouldn't get back in time for me to count up his treasure. Just not worth it to wait for that. And now we got one of the most difficult segments of the run here. Also, yeah, I did get a nice big gold on that split, It's very nice. I just said nice like 3 times there. Oh my gosh. Actually, I ended up getting that knapsack on the first try, which is really nice. That's the most annoying one to do in the game, the whole game. Because it's just, it doesn't work a lot of the time. And there's like really no way to make it consistent, I think. Anyway, clipping out of bounds here so I can do the early blues. And this part a little bit slow, but we got through. I also played this part a little bit slow too. It's definitely not my best skip here, but I was having a good run. I didn't want to mess it up because this is totally where I could mess it up. Luckily, we did not mess it up, and we are on the run. After I got it to work here, I was like, okay, this run is really good. I cannot screw it up. So we go over and attempt to get to the snagger hole wall now. I was really afraid that the Pikmin carrying the dice would screw up my knapsack here. Also, white Pikmin happened to just sit down right at that moment as I went to knapsack. Very unfortunate. I also get 2 unlucky grabs in a row. Third one was fine. Somehow he didn't activate here, he did activate there. I got a little bit nervous here because I didn't know if my Pikmin would all run off the edge after I did that. Lose time. Luckily they did not, and we got all of them here. This was unlucky. This little part just happened to get hit by the mum here. He wasn't even close to him, and he got knocked back, which is unfortunate. And we grow our blues a little bit. So. And we're into Snagger Hole. Luckily we did not lose very much time there. Did lose a little bit of time, but we did it pretty quickly, so that's good. So we got some unlucky spot here with where the guys spawned. We're gonna lose a red. It's okay. And then we just don't stun him here for some reason. Yeah, we did okay. This one was a little bit sloppy. But that's okay, you know. Just get up here. One thing I'll say is the floors of the snagger hole are just so RNG dependent, and they can really just make or break your lead in a run. I think I got pretty lucky with where everything ended up in this hole. And I did not lose very much time at all. I think I gained time, if anything else. Got a pretty lucky strawberry placement there. I was looking around to see if I could find the white candy pop bud, and it was not very close. I threw some guys anyway, just in case I'd have time to go get it. But I don't think I ended up going to go get it, so. Walking over here, I noticed there's some she-grubs in the ground and some mums on the other side of the bucket, so I'm really hoping that the combustion berry goes around the other side. and not this way. And so it did, and that was really good. So we'll follow it this way, murder these little dudes. And I was thinking, okay, let's go get some whites, but then I was like, oh, it's gonna get there really quick. I gotta just get to the hole. So I prioritized time more than anything else, which I think that was the right call. It's ideal to get some more whites on this floor, but you can also get some whites on sub-level 6 if you get lucky enough, and normally you do get lucky enough, so I was kind of banking on that being the case. This floor was really confusing. I was not able to find out where the next hole would be. It confused me very much. I sort of like look around for it. We found it. It was over here. And the sweet and snitch bug was minding his own business. That was fun. I think one of the things that allowed me to save a lot of time in my runs, doing like in the caves of these runs, is with the sweet and snitch bugs. There's only like 3 to 5 floors in the whole game where you encounter them. And what they do is they grab you guys and they'll bury you guys. And if they bury you guys and you try to go to the next floor, your guys will die if you don't uproot them. So I would always like make it my priority to murder the snitch bugs, when in reality it ended up being okay. Right, this is an interesting situation here. So I send a guy on the marble, he gets yeeted off the edge, unfortunate again, but somehow it was just a red. Also, my guys all got flipped over here, which is really unfortunate. So we have a lot of leaf guys now, but yeah. The funny thing about this game is if something goes off the edge, it does respawn back on the playing field. So that ends up being okay. It'd be very unfortunate if something went off the edge and didn't come back. That would just murder runs. If that did happen with the marble here, I think what I would try to do is see if I could get stupendous lens on level 6, and if I couldn't, I'd have to reset the run. Luckily I didn't have to though. Also, I made a little play here to get a nectar over here and flower my guys up. I think that was definitely a helpful thing to do, because I had a little bit of time to get my guys ready. Down to sub-level 5 we go. Normally that sub-level is very annoying with all the electric gates and the cannon larva. It was not that bad that time. Pretty manageable. This one can be kind of annoying, and it was kind of annoying. One of the treasures spawned pretty far away, and I had no way of knowing it. I thought it might be this guy, but it was not. That's okay though. So we're gonna kill this antenna beetle here, which has one of our treasures, and then I'm trying to look around and spawn the other thing if it'll spawn from the ground. I was not seeing it anywhere. I was like, oh, it's gotta be over here. And I found out it was right over here. Pass right by it. So we're going back to the base. Yeah, you can normally get like both of the treasures to spawn pretty close on this floor. Unfortunately, that did not happen that time. Yeah, sub-level 6 can always be just a bit tricky, I've thought, in terms of like where everything is, what candy pop that is. It was in a nice spot, so we ended up getting it. I always check out where the hole will be on this floor, because I just can't remember that. But I decided to make a run for it. Also, one of my guys got poisoned. I don't even know how. I noticed the hole is behind a wall. I lost another red. Because, oh my gosh, I guess he must have just tripped and found the poison. I'm so glad that tripping in this game is not as significant as it was in Pikmin 1. Because it is so annoying when it happens. Anyway, we did not get any stupendous lands to spawn that time around. I was just not even paying attention for it. It's nice if you can get it, but I did not end up getting it. Also, I tried to see where the geyser was on the way down here, and I could not see it, which is unfortunate. I really like to know. Also, I totally butchered this fight, and it was really bad, so that's something. Pretty sure it's just like a way of you have to not throw purples first, even though purples do the most damage. And there's like a certain amount of Pikmin you can have on them before he will shake them off, and before he will just ignore them and you can hit them. Which I haven't found a threshold yet, and I don't know if I ever will find a threshold. I don't know if I'll do this game in the future. I probably will, but not for a little while, I don't think. All our guys decking it up, which is good. This is very ideal. Leave Olimar to hang out by the exit. Grab the treasures, send them back, and get ready to go. This ended up being a really good snagger hole, despite that one field being annoying. Ended up being okay. I waited for a second there because I thought, you know, what if the head didn't make it back? And it looked like it did make it back, but I had to be sure, because if it didn't and it got stuck somewhere, it would be bad, because I think it's worth like 10 or 15 Pokos, and you don't even sit through a cutscene for that, so it's certainly worth it to get, if you can. For some reason, I can never one-shot the second guy. It's like the hardest thing in the world for me. Always the first guy, never the second guy. Accidentally switched a little bit earlier, which is okay. But wish that didn't happen. Now, one one thing that kind of tripped me up was I was standing close enough to the bridge where all the blues came to my side, and I didn't realize that, and I was like, where did they go? And they were just already in my party. So for a second I thought they like died somewhere. I got freaked out for a moment, but ended up being okay. I really didn't need to throw blues on these things, but I did anyway. That little guy's gonna chase Louie back. It's so sad. And this knapsack right here is really clean. Got up here really quick. These ones I'm a lot better at than the other one next to the dice over there. Grab that, switch back, and continue on. And we got the second globe. Nice. We can go to Perplexing Pool now. But that's not where we go next. We gotta Valley of Crows first. I made a really big gamble here to try and get Olimar quick, and I was regretting it because I was like, oh gosh, he's gonna run down and I'm gonna lose my position. I was so scared. I was like, the run is dead. Luckily he stayed up there and was still whistled with all my guys. So I got very fortunate that that happened. I made it into BK and we got we almost golded, but we did save a solid like 10 seconds. So that's good. It's very good. Yes, the treasure's gotta be in this guy. So he didn't get stunned either. I don't know why nobody's getting stunned in any of these runs. It just doesn't happen. Big dudes are just surviving. This floor was almost really good, except for the fact that it wasn't. So I go ahead and grab all my reds. And I could have gone a little bit earlier than that. I throw them up there. Louie to act as the patsy, so he doesn't grab my treasure. I was hoping the other guy wouldn't be a problem, and I thought I could juke him, but I couldn't. He changed his mind about going for me and went for the other thing, which just doesn't make any sense at all. Like, why would he do that? And I was thinking like, oh gosh, it's going kind of slow. I should put lights on it. If I was thinking quick enough, I could have put lights on it, and then I took some guys off and tried to switch back. There's a little bit of spaghetti that happened right there, but that's okay. I was very nervous about this whole BK cave because my run had a perfect BK, a really good segment, so I had to really match up to it if I wanted to keep my lead. So level 4 though, this one went pretty well. The electric gate here, which is annoying, but take care of it. I used to be so just terrified of the electric gates. Now I'm like okay with them. I thought for a second one of the treasures was spawning over there, but it wasn't. Turns out they both just spawned in this room. It was very convenient. I was not expecting Lollywog. I thought it would be the black beetle. I don't know how I didn't lose any purples there. I was just seeing those reds and not purples, which doesn't make any sense. Also, look at that. We got all 3 guys with that. We got the other treasure. Very convenient. Also, yeah, I did not get the stun on the Lollywog either. I don't know why. So it wouldn't be a thing. Oh gosh, I gotta switch back. I gotta go pull the purples. It's running out of time. Oh wait, it's fine though, because I wanted to get some bodies back. On to sub level 5. The hole here ended up being pretty close, which is pretty lucky. And sub level 6 is just the worst. I don't know why it's just so big and confusing, but it is. I had in this room first, I realized there's nothing over here, so I have to go back. Go this way, and I think both of the treasures spawned over here. Yeah, they both spawned over here, so that was at least okay. They just don't get stunned. It's crazy. This guy got stunned. What are the odds of him not getting stunned that many times in a row though? It's just unfortunate. Anyway, that's the whole. This has to be the treasure over here. Got kind of convenient here because the bomb blew up the Tweevil, so I didn't even have to worry about it. It wouldn't have been that difficult to deal with them anyway, so. At this point I was like, okay, I need to get more bodies. But then I was like, I already got some bodies. I'm gonna get the Tweevil here. There wasn't really any other bodies to get. The Tweevils aren't worth like hardly anything, so. But this was a really good segment overall. Like the boss floor up next, and this floor was pretty good too. And the rest of the floors were pretty good as well. I think it was mostly sub-level 4 that just really saved time for me. So yeah, we got like 2 minutes to do this last floor here, which is really, really good. I think it takes about 2 minutes. I think we did lose a little bit of time there. But we kept it close enough to where it was okay. I can never have a run where my dudes don't get lit on fire. Unfortunate. Also, I'm really screwed up this whole thing here. Could have been a lot faster on that. But I wasn't, so. Give it that guy. Wish I got one more white, but I didn't. Very lucky with the spawning of that, and then I got this knapsack, which is good. And we're up there. I was kind of worried here that I might accidentally throw them and they would lock on to the fire geysers, which I've had that happen a couple times before, and it's really annoying when that happens, but it was okay. Everything's going back. Gosh, I have a bunch of purple leaves. It's very annoying. I wanted to make sure in the next day that I take care of my leaves. And luckily I do, but in doing so, it really screws up. Also, I was waiting for the body this time as well. No, wait, I was waiting for this. And I was like, the body had to have come through, right? I think, yeah, it totally did. I see it now and like watching it back, but at first I wasn't sure. On to day 6. So we're heading back to the Valley of Repose. And I am not excited. At the time, I was not excited for it. I was like, oh, it's gonna be so bad, and I'm gonna lose it all in the caves. But as long as that didn't happen, I'd be able to PB. And, you know, it did not end up happening, which is good. No, I did get a little bit nervous here because I noticed my guys were already taking it back, and I was like, I'm not ready for this. Like, what if my tights spawn? My tights did not end up spawning, which is okay. I was like, oh, they took all the nectar. I really played that badly. I have so many blue leaves now. Unfortunate. Like, let's try and speed this up. Now this next split, this entering the complex split, I've lost so many runs during this overworld movement, just with like so many bad things that happen and so many things that I didn't realize would happen that does happen. Also, we just passed the 1 hour mark, which is, you know, I don't know. I mean, we gotta pass it at some point, so. I found you guys. Let me head this way. I got the snipe on the billboard, which is good. I actually managed this part really well, getting my purple and whites in order here so that I could do the lifeguarding here with the blues. I played it pretty safe and holding those two blues off the wall so I could lifeguard them. And they were about to die too. They were very close to death. Send them over there. We gotta do the purple throws, which are just, for the longest time, they were the most difficult thing for me to do in the run. But I got it first try, and that's really good, so. And I was actually having like a good segment here. If only it wasn't for the green leaf blue Pikmin, this would be a definite gold segment. In fact, I think it still was a gold segment. Even with the leaves, which is pretty crazy. I've just always been really bad at this part of the road. Trying really hard not to activate the cannon area. Got these throws, these throws are not that bad. Pretty easily get my guys and start making the bridge. Now this is very confusing here. I realize now it's because I had some of the green leaves lagging back. I was like, I don't know what happened there, but it was just the leaf making. I lost like 2, but I lost like 3 guys. Damn. That doesn't make sense. Well, I mean, it does make sense. And all the treasure's back, which is good. Put a nice knapsack there, and that one's pretty easy to do. That one might be the easiest one to learn to do. And it's looking good so far. It's looking good. I realized that we're not going to have a couple of our leaves make it into the hole, and that's okay. Tried to wait for them, but they just fell behind, so I think they fell behind. Not entirely sure. Really didn't want my guys to catch on fire, so. But we made it in. And it totally was a gold split, too. It's really crazy. Onto the subterranean complex. I was really worried that it would spawn, the node tablet would spawn on the stump up there, but it did not spawn right next to it, which is very much ideal to have. I knew they would go after the bomb, and I decided to wait for them to pass for us. I should have just gone and I don't know why I hesitated. There's like so many hesitations that I make during just one run that if I just didn't hesitate at all, I'd probably save like 3 to 5 minutes. Literally. Anyway, that bomb was not going to be good for us. But, yeah, as you can see, as I was saying earlier, like I'm just ignoring the snitch bug. Got really lucky that that bomb ended up over there. I have to pull that guy out of there so he doesn't die. I thought to try to take care of this guy so he doesn't bury my dude anymore. Ended up throwing a blue on him, and blues don't normally knock him down, but man, this was lucky, and he got knocked down from the blue. So we were able to just leave the cave. And this form is normally really annoying, but I played it as well as I could, I would say. This is definitely not an ideal situation. I thought my guys were all going to get crushed. I got very lucky with everything. Definitely not very fond of fighting 2 of these dudes at once, so I had one of them murder the other one. Because I just happened to do that. And I was a little bit late on surrounding. Dude. Accidentally threw a blue off the edge. Again, it wasn't a purple or white. I don't know how I keep getting so lucky with that. I do. At this point, I was thinking that white candy popcorn isn't a convenient spot where I could actually get 5 whites, so I decided to go for it. I don't think it was a bad play to do, but I think I could have made better plays. I decided to wait for all of these fire guys, which is really annoying. And I decided to take them all out before I started carrying treasure back. And I didn't even have to do this one because I'm pretty sure they would have walked right over it. Just have to carry that back. Oh yeah, they totally would have walked right over it. To be completely honest, I don't think I needed to get a third flower. I think I needed to get two. That would have been fine. But I wanted to get a third one, just for good measure. I never have enough whites. On to sub-level 5. At this point, we are pretty even with our PP, if not a little bit behind. You can see the whole spawn over there, because like I'm gonna do edge walking, and I just totally screwed it up. I couldn't do it. I mean, I had it, but it happened where I went a little, just like pixels too far, and I couldn't move. I was stuck here, literally stuck. So I was like, I'll try again with Louie. And I timed it wrong. I probably could have, oh man, I'm wondering if I switched back to Olimar there, if I could have actually done it. It's hard to say, but I ended up walking all the way around. I lost like 15 or 20 seconds just trying to do that, when I just could have just walked around. But if I was able to pull it off, I could have saved like 15 or 20 seconds. Which is why I went for it. And this floor is always notoriously just horrible for me. It's probably the worst floor in the game, just in terms of how it lays it out. And this was very interesting. Normally, like almost all the treasures spawn in the same area, and it's like sort of in this area with the swooping dirigibles everywhere. Also, there's a purple here. Rest in peace, purple. Oh, there's another one right here too, because my buddy's supposed to be in that situation. We're gonna get all these bodies here, which is really nice. All three treasures spawn in this area, and they just didn't do that this time. They spawned like on the opposite side of the floor, and that's very annoying. Anyway. I was thinking like, what's the best way for me to do this? I'm not sure. Skyline. Gosh, if I actually like knew the names of these treasures, I could actually sound like I know what I'm doing. But I don't. So I get some of these bodies back and attempt to get. I figured it would be okay to have it there, like that. Just making sure my guys get back before I move on. Grab my guys, take all my whites. And unfortunately, there is a Dweevil that has this treasure. I think this one's called the Repair Juggernaut. Send it off, and we'll be okay. Fortunately, ooh, that was close. I was like, oh, it's the hole. I had to check where it was, and then I realized it was over there, and unfortunately. wasn't really paying attention for that. So at this point, I've lost a little bit of time, and I'm set up to go like pretty even with my PB, which means I'm not gonna get the minute of time save that I have here. But fortunately, this floor ended up being really good. Sub level 7. It's normally super bad because the treasure spawns super far away, but for some reason, both of the treasures didn't spawn in like the very far away alcoves. They spawned like on the floor. I also lost a blue there. Only one blue. But like the tape, it's like right there. I was like not sure what to do. Like, what am I doing? It's like I gotta put some like this so they can be there. I thought he was there too, and I was like, okay, this is fine. And so this is very important spawn. So I was like, let's just go fight this guy. And the other treasure's right there too, just is super nice. I get super nervous when I'm in bombs because I'm afraid I'm going to throw a purple on it and it's just going to ruin everything. So I purposely go in and take him out before me. So I almost threw my lights off to the side. Gotta take this guy out because he's got one of the treasures. Realized that I should probably have like done this better so I can get a tape in. And I knew they were gonna go for that. And there's I played it sloppy, but it was a really good floor, I think. Normally I'm a lot slower at that floor. It's one of the least favorite floors in the game. But it ended up being okay. And it was okay. I never know why that treasure's worth so many Pokos, but it just is. I think it's the most worth treasure in the whole game. Sorry, in the whole like pet run. I don't think anything's worth more than 300. There's a couple things that are worth like 250 and 280, but nothing's 200. Sorry, 300 I mean, is what I meant to say. And now I'm just getting out. I'm just leaving. Going the wrong way. Exit is over here. I'll pull out some reds here, just so I can have more Pikmin for FC, because I'm going to need to load some on this fossilizer today here. So I'll throw my reds on this guy. Some purples and some blues, so it goes a little bit faster. I'm just surprised if you just like put like 5 purples on that, it's not going to go very fast. Which is why I put so many reds and blues on there. But now we go to Frontier Cavern. Very strange cave. That's what I'll say. unfortunate that all my guys got knocked off there. Honestly, that was bad timing of that. But it was probably the best timing it could have been. Actually, it was fine. Like, I almost golded that. No, we did gold that. Dang. This floor was okay. It was pretty confusing. I wasn't sure where to go. Figured I might as well just get some bodies. Be ahead on Pokos, so nice to work. Also, I told you to not see all these snow boulders in the snow here, in the leaves here. It's hidden really well. I have no idea. I lost a photo. Oh my gosh. As it turns out, both of the treasures were in this room, and I just didn't know. Very unfortunate. It's like, no, over here. It's just gotta be back over there. In the overall sense, even though this run has a ton of RNG with all the caves and everything, doing like RNG speedruns is actually pretty fun. Like being able to adapt to what happens and just getting really good at that is pretty rotating, and it makes it so it's not the exact same thing every single time. I think is really awesome. It's annoying as heck, but when like things don't go your way, but it makes it interesting. It makes it bearable. Would have been really cool if I got the stun for the one guy. collect the bulbmin here, but I decided to go ahead and do it because why not? Take a little look-see over there, run the wheel just to be near the exit and verify there's no treasure over there, and then I head back this way. Send that guy back, see if I can get the bull bear to come this way. I was not able to do that, so we're just going to ignore her for now. Some guys on the map. Head back. It's a good thing I did, because otherwise I would have lost purple, because this guy totally aggroes on him. And are we going to get this stun on him? No, but we also really screwed up on our throws. Pull him out, pull him out. We did get this done eventually. Really nice. At this point I knew that the last treasure had to be somewhere over here, and then I could see, I saw it, I see it now, where it is, and I was like, okay, it's here. Pretty good floor overall, I would say. Trying to lure these guys over here so they wouldn't be obnoxious. Which is a good thing I did, because they totally were trying to get my guys right there. In which I head to the next floor. Got pretty lucky with the marble here. It's on a really nice spot. I want to get some of these bodies as well. Definitely made the mistake of realizing they are 5 carry weight instead of 3. I just don't want to pick up that guy. Like a little more. This guy's gonna take her guys, which is okay. I really don't mind. Now this is a floor that definitely could have gone better. I screwed this one up pretty badly. Also, I was like, let's get some purples here, because I have put them in, and I lost some purples in the last floor. And a couple floors ago. Definitely wish I had more purples for these guys, because the spectralids make this super difficult, trying to kill them in notice. There's just so many guys that got 30. Just for this one guy here isn't even like relevant. Trying to pull up all my guys. I was like, alright, let's get this guy. So again, the spectrums make this very difficult. Hopefully we get the stun off just really good. I'm not gonna worry about that Mamuda. That's gonna create the fuel. Because I got Pepper's around. Go just murder my dudes. Cover it like they didn't. I think if you get them off screen, they can't hurt your other guys. So that's fortunate for that. And this sub level, I'm really lucky with. Oh, I have like sub level 7 of each cave. I just got super good energy. I think. So we got like all the things for this guy. Realized there was nothing over here, so we had to go back. I don't know what I'm doing. Definitely things pretty slow. Thank goodness I started to get these stuns on these guys because I did not have very many pulls. These guys. I saw the bell over here. I was like, let's just get the bell. Oh, if I'd ceased it there, that would have been good. Oh yeah, I didn't know where the last treasure was. I was kind of running around looking for it. Because I didn't know. It's in a really weird spot. There's a spot it doesn't normally end up at, I don't think. Yeah, definitely not gonna go this segment, but save time though, at least. Also, we are no longer able to get the world record by this point. We've passed it 30 minutes ago, so. We're not gonna be able to get that body back, which I was sad about. That's okay though. Still saved like a solid almost a minute. So at this point I'm really nervous. I'm like, Gosh, okay, the hardest part of the run is done, and we're 3 minutes ahead. I was extremely nervous, but I knew that my last 3 segments were all basically gold segments in my PB, so I had to play this pretty well if I wanted to do this. PB by a full minute. But not to be too reckless about it. So we finally land in Perplexing Pool. We have 40 white Pikmin. It's a lot of white Pikmin. I have 30 blues left. Where did all the blues go? Having the purple leaves is quite annoying. I had to juke around this log so he wouldn't crush my guys. And then we head into the Citadel. I was very worried because I thought that my goals for this segment was like pretty good, but luckily it's okay. This floor was a very, very lucky floor for us. And the Wallywog with the treasure come right for us. I was getting ready to get rid of the next guy, but then I was like, do I really need to? And I was like, no, I don't. Just get the treasures. It's not good for this floor to be very fast. And this is one of the significant floors, because there's 5 sub-levels to this dungeon, but you only do 3 of them, because 2 of them are just very insignificant floors. And yeah, not even the dweebles were a problem for me. That's good. And there's no wall in front of the hole. So it ended up being super good. Now this floor coming up right here is probably the most tedious floor, because there's a buried treasure here, and it is buried, right? Yeah, it is buried. And so you don't know where it's going to be. But I knew that the chestnut treasure was going to be over here, so I went ahead and went this way first. Got that guy moving. I figured I wouldn't need my purples, but I was wrong. I should have taken the purples. Would have been nice to have them. Just trying to find out where the other treasure was. Quickly knew it was over here somewhere. We just had to go for the wall here. this point I didn't feel like killing any more of the beetles, so I was just gonna distract them and flip them so they wouldn't be a threat to us. Somehow I still had an issue with one of them for some reason. I don't know why. Because you can see right here, I lose a guy. My Pikmin count went from 93 to 92. And I still don't know why, because I was pretty certain that everything would be fine. And somehow I wasn't fine. I'm thinking like the beetles must have gotten up and then they quickly targeted on each other so that they can murder my guy instantly. Which I just don't think there's enough time for that. Anyway, for this level, I spent so much time trying to get my guys over here, and there was not even a gate that I need to go through. Also, the fact that I didn't lose a single guy here is crazy. I saw the treasure there, and I was like, should I get the treasure? And I was like, no, it's not worth anything. It's not worth like 10 Pokés. So I decided not to get it. I didn't even need to take my Pikmin with me. I could have had so much time save, but I didn't. So. Final floor, this one is not that bad. It can be bad if you really screw it up enough times. I thought for a moment that he was dead, but he was definitely not dead. So, unfortunate. Yeah, this was a big gold on this cave, which is really good because I already had a gold on this cave. So. Also, if you see our poker count, 8845. That is like the minimum amount that you need to enter Glutton's Kitchen in order to like not really get much of the bodies and only get the treasures. So it's really nice. And we ended up like right at that spot. Also, I was nervous about this movement here because I thought I'd screw it up. I was like, what if I screw up the next egg? So many times. But I was like, it'll be fine. Go again. I was thinking I'd just leave my purples behind here, but I was, you know, there's a good bit of them, and I really would like them for this cave, so I had to make sure I kept them with me. Now, I believe we nailed this. Yeah. Trying to get all of our guys here, not fall down. I've fallen down before, and it's annoying when it happens. But we go in the kitchen. "15 minutes make it happen. I guess 14 minutes to make a run happen here. 14 minutes, and my goal for this segment is 11 minutes and 30 seconds. So I was very nervous. I was like, I gotta play this fast. I was really hoping none of the treasures would spawn on the top points. There's a point in this floor specifically where these treasures. Oh gosh, I didn't do this fast enough. So this guy's gonna grab my treasure. I was very upset about that. And he was gonna lose time because of that. I went from a stupid hole, and I had to murder him because I need that treasure. 88.45. I couldn't afford to wait any longer. But if the treasure does spawn on top of like a high up ledge on this floor, it is unfortunate because I have to use glitched purple throws to get it down, and I'm really bad at glitched purple throws. I've lost like multiple minutes to runs because I was not able to do purple throws. But I think I had one die already. So I'll do it. I'm gonna try to get some bodies where I can. Yeah, I was thinking I'd wait for the bodies here, but I didn't really end up needing to at all. I think I did though. I waited for the Brilnet to get by. Oh my gosh, I waited so long. I left. Get out of there. This floor I got very lucky on as well. I saw the clacker, which is the most important one to see. I started going the wrong way, and I had to turn around and go backwards. Spreadbook that was going to get the clacker, but he was like stuck, and we got lucky that he got stuck. So I knew I had to take out this guy. So. Unfortunately, some of my guys went for that electric gate there and turned off every time. So that's good. This is kind of where my luck stopped going. This is kind of where my luck ran out because we're about to experience an ugly massacre right here. Oh gosh, do you see it coming? Do you see what happens here? I see what happens. Electric gate and beetles, and then like, shoot. And they grab the thing and mass. There's a ton of guys. I'm like, shoot, I need to flick this guy ASAP. I couldn't do it. I'll lose more guys. I lose 10 more guys. Almost all my purples. This is very unideal because probably the part of the run where you need purples most, sorry, part of the cave that you need purples the most is the next floor coming up. So the fact that I only have like limited purples left is not good. I still had about like 8 to 10 purples, but gosh, I lost so many there. It's okay though. Because it's the last cave, losing like a massacre of Pikmin is not that bad. Unless it like really like lose your time, but only for that like that last segment. Whereas if it happens like in a cave like Snagger Hole, like that's gonna lose you time for like all the next caves because you can't grow any more guys. Also, this floor is another floor where that stupid thing gonna happen where it spawns up top and you needed like 2 clutch throws to get it down. We got really lucky again and it did not happen, so that's awesome. I need to get this guy to come over here and try and stun him with the little purple that we have. He does not stun him because that's how this game works. That's how this run has been going. We cannot stun the big dudes. Didn't even stun him at all. And then we gotta get our guys. I got the sweet treat. Which is, I don't know what it's called. I should have thrown like a couple of purples on that. Good. This guy, once again, he's stuck. He's not grabbing that. I got super lucky with him getting stuck everywhere. He's handing that off. Losing some time here. I mean, I'm not losing time. Definitely should have got that moving sooner rather than later. It's just like, just carry it, yeah. Screwing it up too, like, I'll just get it in there. No, this level 5, is always been a really annoying floor, but we got a pretty good spot here. We spawn like closer to the treasures than we normally would. So this guy's gotta grab one of our guys. That's why I didn't care. That was the first thing I saw that cutscene, which is, you know, it's good that I saved it to that. Also, it's unfortunate the egg had to do that. I lost a couple guys for that. I'm really glad that it didn't hurt more guys. Oh my gosh. And I had to get this thing moving, so I was like, oh gosh. It's ugly. It's really ugly. If I had more guys with me, I would just like ignore them and let them get eaten, but I don't have very many guys, and if enough of my guys were to get eaten anyway, if my guys were going to get eaten anyway, then we would not be able to carry it. So I ended up just leaving all my parking over there, which is kind of scary because there's potential for him to die. As you can see, he just got hit right there from South Park. And I didn't realize he was getting hit at first. I ran a little bit faster, thank goodness that I did. But, I've still not paid attention to all my health. It's important that I don't let him die. And, oh man, the timing on this was crazy. Because look, he is about to die. I realize this. Get out of there! We almost lost, like, probably a minute. No, not a minute. It wouldn't have been a minute. Because we can easily just do this floor with one captain, but it does save some time to not have to use one captain. It used to. So we're pretty unlucky here. The egg spawns on the other plate, which is unfortunate. If it spawned on the closer plate, we probably could have saved like another 30 seconds. bait him, beetles here. So bring this over. Guess I was so afraid of the tights here. I was like, okay, let's do that. So we grab that. So grab that. It's more white, just to ruin everything. Try to compare the tights. At this point, I was so nervous and I knew I had to just send it. So I was hoping this guy would turn around and he'd be okay. Somebody really was gonna play golf. Got that, send it back. This is the back. Also, that throw. Jeez. For a second, I thought we'd have enough to make it pick up the egg, but that's all we needed. So I realized I just better go ahead and grab it and get it moving. There. Cutscene plays. Or out of here. It's a good thing I didn't hit my sleeve there, because that could have screwed a lot of stuff up. I didn't even think about that. And that goes in with the dream material, which we never even get to use. So that's nice. I'm losing time on this segment. I've lost like a minute on the segment already. But we need to get this thing back. I'm just patiently waiting here like, oh, I did it. I knew at this point I got the run, and I was celebrating. I was pretty happy. 1,066 Pokos later. Escape to the surface. Sure, I lost a lot of guys, but we completed the assignment. And that was it. I got 158. That was really cool. I'll let the ending credits play out here. $158 total playtime prior to repaying the debt. You can see the progression, 202, 201. That's awesome. Thanks everyone for watching.